It's 4:30 in the morning. I just got up, getting ready to stow everything and grab my clothes that I need to take in the gym with me. We're still over at Bass Pro. Packed up the trash, getting ready to move the cat's water and stuff down. They always run to it as soon as they see me go to grab it. The heater did a good job. Now we put it down. So that it doesn't take a tumble. All right, we need socks, underpants, and we need a work shirt, and some HBA items that we need. Need my bar of soap, toothbrush and toothpaste. And now we're ready to go to the front. Ooh, it's definitely a lot colder in the front. Let's start the engine here. Let the defrost run. Alright, looks like we are defrosted enough. It also looks like I was the only vehicle other than a couple pickup trucks that stayed here. You got that pickup truck and that car. We're going to pull into Buc-ee's because I want to go ahead and top off my gas since yesterday was payday. This is probably the most empty I've seen Buc-ee's. It won't be that way that long. Here we are. $2.33 a gallon today. So the plan is to top off the gas. And it just topped off. Go inside, use the facilities. Oh, that's not bad. Ouch. I'm gonna pull into a parking spot next to a trash can. Should have done it back there, but I'm gonna dump my bags of trash. All right. All right, all done with Buc-ee's. Picked up a purple NOS because I know I'll want that once I get done with the gym. It'll wake me up. We are doing pretty good on time. It's just now turning 5 a.m. We're mostly defrosted, so we'll be good on the road. It's going to be a dark drive, so I'm probably not going to do any B-roll, but next stop, Planet Fitness. Made it to Planet Fitness. It is 5:15, so I'm going to try to be done with everything in about 15 minutes. Let's go. All right, see you in about 10-15 minutes. All right, we got like 7 minutes to get there. Needless to say, we got to hustle. Well, all right, everyone. We are done with that shift. We do work tonight. I did not finish everything. I usually get the beer case completely done. The beer guy was there, so he slowed me down a little bit, but I'm so glad I have knee pads. But I didn't get all the beer case done. I got everything else done. They had a lot of Monster Energy and sodas that needed to be stocked, and those are called the high profile items that you have to start with first. But we got a lot done. We got all the main things done. The beer case and the coolers in the common area are the extras. I just didn't really get all the extras done today, so that's kind of how we look at it. But we did all right. Now we're going to get out of here. Again, we do work tonight, so it was very productive. I like working in coolers, probably because I get so hot. So in the coolers, as long as I'm moving, I'm fine. Now that I'm older, if I'm just sitting still for a while in cold, chilled to the bone, can't stand it. Didn't used to be that way, but I'm an old man now, everyone. Things are starting to break down ever so slightly, but it is a reminder of just how old I am. All right, let's get out of here.
Thanks for choosing Hardees. Would you be using your mobile app? If not, you can go ahead and place your order.
Hi, can I get the smoked sausage and egg and cheese biscuit combo, please?
You said a smoked sausage and cheese.
Yes.
I want that to be large.
A large, please, with the Coke.
All right, anything else, please?
That'll be it.
934.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, you got smoked sausage and cheese.
Yep.
934.
All right.
Any jelly for you today?
Yes, can I get any flavor you want to give me?
Huh?
Any flavor you want to give me.
You have a ham, you can put it.
Thank you. Thank you, man.
Alright, here you go. Here you go, you have a nice day.
You too as well. Thank you.
You're welcome.
It's been a while since I've been to Hardees. You know, they're owned mostly by Carl's Jr. CKE restaurants back in the day. But Hardees, especially their burgers, I always liked them. I was big on them even before the heyday of the Paris Hilton ad commercials and stuff, which, you know, I found hilarious. Oh, do I have a stop sign? But we're gonna drive up here and we're gonna post up and eat our breakfast. All right, we are parked at the far end parking lot of a Walmart neighborhood market because I need to go in a few to go get some cat litter. I want to make sure we don't run out, and this is a good spot to clean out the litter box too. All right, let's see what we got. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. All right, show you what I got. It's a new item on their menu, and I am a big Hardees fan. So first off, we got the hash rounds, which I kind of prefer, although Wendy's is kind of swaying me with those little potato fries or whatever you call them. Welch's grape jelly, which has a lot more liquidity to them, which I might like. I don't know if I'll put that on this sandwich though, because what we got was a new sausage, egg, and cheese biscuit, and we're talking a slice down the middle, flat iron grilled sausage link on a biscuit. And Hardees has some really good biscuits, as I recall. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a YouTube short with these. I feel like the eating ones kind of attract a little bit of people, so that's what I'm going to do. All right, got done making the little YouTube short. They get a lot of views, so I'm hoping it gets some of you over here. I took my first bite. It was really good. Slapping some of this jelly on it. Some really good jelly. Welch's Concord grape. I love these hash browns. Really good. I do wish they would salt them a little more, but that's just a personal preference, you know. They did give me the coveted napkins. That's just handy for a van lifer, you know, especially if I'm not in the back eating this. So, worked the morning shift. Half of that pay went to this breakfast, but you know, that's the reason I work. I did notice something interesting that I'm hoping we'll go hit before we go to the other side of town. But before that, we got to drop that blanket off at the UPS store. And that way I'll get my credit back on that. Like I said, I don't know if I'm going to get another 12-volt blanket. I need to know that there's one out there that can last and not going to die like this. That's what I need. I've got a good spot to plug it in, so that's not an issue. I'm not moving the blanket 100 places, so that's not an issue. I am going to reposition it at times, so if that's going to make any connection inside the blanket pull and break, that's not going to work for me. But I keep it under another blanket just to keep it kind of protected. But I'm not in a rush, you know what I mean? Like I want an electric blanket that's 12 volt, that'd be great, but I don't want to jump into something I have to return. I really hate doing that. Great breakfast. Gonna drop that blanket off, and then I got a little surprise for both of us if it works out that we can go check out. It's one of the things I like to do, so if you guys follow this channel at all, you might be able to guess what it is. And if you guess, go ahead and comment below and see if you got it right. Right, I'm gonna finish eating this breakfast, and then we'll go inside Walmart. It's a little after 8 o'clock. Taking advantage. And that's all I came for. All right, cats are set up with fresh cat litter. I didn't need to use the new bottle I bought, so I've got a whole bottle on standby for a change. So that's nice. Let's check in on them. Happy, Waddles, Bemo, and Grable. It's a nice sunny day today. Fairly clear skies. We are currently at 75% on the batteries. I'm hoping to hit close to 80 today if possible. All right, next stop. You know, my brakes are still working, but that right one squeaks a little more when I'm just starting out. Hopefully it's good. At least hopefully it lasts so I get some other stuff handled. We're right outside the UPS store. Returning this. It worked well while it lasted, but it just didn't last long enough. I'm supposed to just be able to show them this My item returned. Hold down the fort, Waddles. Got my little proof receipt. Fairly easy. They have a kiosk in there, so you just walk over and you scan the QR symbol that they supplied you with, slap the item in a poly bag, use the label to close the poly bag, drop it in the drop spot, and that's it. Very easy. I would do this again. Highly recommend. How we doing, guard dog? Enjoying that sun, aren't you? Yeah, Waddles is getting braver. He will hang out. He doesn't like me bumping around too much. Once we get the gearbox fixed, and probably it'll be about time to do new shocks again, I think he'll have a ball up here. But I took it nice and slow for him, probably much to the dismay of some of the people behind me, but I was in a residential neighborhood. There was no reason to go any faster anyway. I'm gonna kind of hate pulling out of this spot. We're at a perfect angle for this sun right now. Unfortunately, I don't plan on sticking around here. Off to the next spot. It's a surprise. I didn't know this place was here, and I might be wrong as to what it is. So let's go find out. See if King's home is open, and hopefully it's open to the public. And they're a pretty large thrift store in this area, so I'm really kind of hoping they have a DVD selection. Let's go check it out. Waddles, I'm gonna let you hang out here. Don't get us in trouble, okay? Bingo. I mean, not a giant selection of movies, but the fact that they have movies at all. And there were a couple Blu-rays in there. I got a few things. I'll show you when I get in the vehicle. Prices are about the same. Books $1.99, DVDs $2.99. Things in the kitchen section are pretty reasonably priced. So are clothing. Clothing's their main brand anyway. So I'll show you what I got when I get in the car. Anyone looking for their beer, you left it outside the Mexican restaurant. Come get it. You know, it's just nice that this Big Lots became something that I still shop. I really hated when that Big Lots was gone, though. That Big Lots was here for a long time. I mean, I remember, because I came in and out of this state when I was younger. My father was stationed here at the what was then the Arcom building up the street. So I remember shopping here when I was in high school for a brief stint of time with my mother and father, just coming here. There was a grocery store at the end, and it eventually became a big banking center, and I worked for that bank and worked my way up pretty well with them. So when I was on lunch break, my buddies and I, we would all walk up to Big Lots and some of the other stores in this shopping center. We're right above what used to be Kmart. It turned into a carpet store, which I have no use for. So it is nice that this became something that I'll still shop. It is nice that this is here. There's things, a lot of kitchen stuff that, you know, I tend to feel like I need. So first off, I got a couple shirts. This is just a Walmart shirt right here, but I use these. These are like gym style shirts. I find they don't hold cat hair quite as much. So this is just a good gym shirt for me to have. Workout, go to the park shirt, things like that. And then this is one of the shirts I think I'm going to wear for one of my movie reviews. And it's just a Alabama shaped American flag. I only wear blacks and dark colors, so that worked out for me. These were each $1.99, so $2. The only two Blu-rays I had that were interested in are going to my kids collection or whatever. Boss Baby, which is a fun movie, voiced by Alec Baldwin. Had everything in it, so I was pretty happy with that. And then I got Disney's The Good Dinosaur. That just goes to my Disney collection. I'm trying to have all the Disney Blu-rays. I also got myself a book. I Am Jackie Chan. my life in action. I've been needing a book in the van that I could read when I'm just not wanting to do anything else, or maybe when I'm at the park. More likely when it's warmer, but still. And I got 2 kitchen utensils. Look, I got eggs, and I like to cook up eggs. And just using a fork or a spoon is not as easy, so I got a spatula. I like this one because it's got a full metal handle. It just feels like it would last longer and hang up in my van a lot better. And then I do like tongs, and the tongs I have are fine, but they don't have, they're plastic ended, and I've had it in the past, the same ones at my apartment, and the tips will melt if the heat's too strong, so I always get worried about that. These are some heavy duty ones. These aren't some salad tongs. These are some heavy duty ones. They're not gigantically long like the other ones. They still got the locking mechanism, which I like. So I'm very happy with this purchase here. And these both just cost $1.49. So I think I did pretty well. They have pot tops in there too, so maybe next payday we'll slide in here and I'll try to measure my pot top and see if I can't get away with finding a pot top that'll help me boil water a little bit easier with the pot I already have. So that's everything I got, everyone. So this has been a good day. It's about 10 o'clock in the morning now. It's so amazing, like, if you get up and get your day started, how much you can do, especially when you don't have a day job. So we've already worked our morning gig, already picked up some stuff at Walmart Neighborhood Market for the cats, went to drop off the package, got over here and checked out the thrift store. Got a couple hours before it's time for us to call it a day and go to sleep again. So I will call this a successful day. If you're wondering, Waddles, when I came back, wanted back in the back, so he's in the back. I am going to do one quick check to see how we're doing on charge. This is a good angle too. Let's see here. Got a few steps to go through. All right, we're at 76%. We're charging at 2.42 amps, so not quite the angle I was hoping for. All right, let's go figure out our next spot. Talk to you in a bit. Getting comfy. As is this one. Yeah, enjoy that sunlight, ladies. You've earned it. Good girls. Had a pretty good day. I am chilling over here in that same giant parking lot that Big Lots is in. It's a big old empty parking lot on the far side. Probably gonna stay here for at least an hour. But I'm gonna open up that Amazon package that I got a few days ago. So let's see what we got here. Doesn't mean much to anybody else. It's just something that I've been needing. Whew. All right. So I've got this kit here, and that is going to re-glue the backing of my phone back on. So I need to clean it up really good, and I was hoping to not get any cat hair on it, but I've waited long enough, so I'm going to do my best with it. And then on top of that, hopefully that gives it a little more longevity. I got an OtterBox, but it's missing a piece. I feel like it's missing a piece. Hold on a second. All right, it may not be missing a piece, but it's supposed to be like the original one I had. The original one I had a rubber gasket inside, and this one doesn't have the rubber gasket. Not a deal breaker. It'll still do for me. Yeah, but see, like, this is the camera part of my phone right now. That's what I need to clean up and fix. That's what I need to do right now. Supposed to give it at least 24 hours. I'm gonna give it at least 12 for this glue to cure. That means this phone's gonna be out of commission. So at least for today, this is the end of my recording. I think we did a lot. I'm just going to go post up in about an hour after this, sleep, wake up, go to the gym, go to work. So you guys know what that looks like on video. If not, see my previous videos. So I've had a good day. I hope that you have as well. And until next time, this is your old pal, Hannibal the Vanable, signing off.